Welcome to the first ever Rome Total War AI only campaign. We're continuing now with part 2. Here we are. In part 1 we saw quite a lot happen. A lot that is very different to the original, which is good to see. In this episode we'll see the civil war, see who wins, and see if the AI is smarter. I'll make a little conclusion at the end of what I think overall. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh yeah, Germans by the way, they're in trouble. The Julii heavily going for them, and the British too. And it doesn't get any easier for them, does it? The Spanish are now about to hit. I called it right at the end of the last episode. Yeah, these two, they're about to go to war. And here we are, Spain making the move. Samabrovia. Not having a good time, is it? Under siege yet again. And the Julii starting to take territory. The Germans are done. No, did that actually just happen? The British took Trier. Alright, I've done enough AI-only campaigns now to say this. In the original, that would not be possible. For the most part, not possible. Usually, the AI does not take territory that would create border war. Usually, they would only take territory if it's got a connection to another territory of their own or connected by sea. So, for example, if Parthia right now had a massive army besieging Jerusalem, they would pull back because they have no, border next to it. They'd pull back and concentrate on Damascus or Bostra. I've seen it in my many AI-only campaigns. But the fact that the AI did this is a change in behaviour. Just a little thing. I don't think it's smarter, I don't think it's dumber. I don't think it's going to be a massive game changer, but yeah, it is certainly interesting. I think I'm starting to put together how this AI plays more. I think I kind of get it. This, combined with how aggressive they are when they should be playing defensive, yeah. I've got a little theory coming together, which I'll talk about at the end in my conclusion. Pontus and Parthia going at it again. Pontus, I hate you. You ruined it for Parthia and they're going for it again. They were doing so well, Parthia, in the last episode, and you ruined it for them. No. Egypt taking Crete? I have seen this once or twice in the original, so it's not entirely new, but the fact that we do see it is a good sign. And they took it. Crete is theirs. The Spanish taking Samabrovia. Alesia is cut cut off. And the German front line, yeah, it's crumbling, falling under the weight. Germans, you've got to learn. Don't fight wars on two fronts. And everyone going for Scythia right now. That should help the Brutii. Yeah, they've taken Campus Getae already. Moving now onto Campus Scythia. Surely the civil war should be about to start. Surely soon. Yeah, they're definitely ready for this. Campus Scythia fell. Pontus taking Seleucia. Poor Parthia. It's crumbling. Spain taking Alesia. Spain having a good campaign here. I like what I see from them. Julii cutting straight through them now. Ooh, that's a big loss for the Germans. Oh, the Spanish going to war with the British. And poor Parthia becoming a vassal of the Seleucid Empire. Brutii taking even more territory. Tannes is now gone. Oh yeah, they're really cutting straight through, taking Denmark. Well done, Julii. Pontus taking Palmyra. Alright, this could work. If Pontus takes all of Parthia for themselves, then that could be a rival to the Seleucid Empire. I'm sad they killed my pink guys. I'd say if they can take one more settlement, yes for certain, this would be their best ever campaign. Which I'm saying about quite a lot of factions right now. Well, Parthia, Dacia, I think they've done better before, but still it's rare they do that well. So yeah, definitely there's a change in AI behaviour, or maybe it's the unit balance. I'll have to experiment more. Numidia down to their final settlement, Carthage on the move, final one, Tingy, can they hold? Oh, Carthage besieging them. They could be about to go right here. Pontus marching onto Parthia. Who's going to die first, Parthia or Numidia? And both of them. Numidia and Parthia. Okay, Numidia died first. Wow. Yep, they're gone. Carthage overall looking good. Slightly better than usual, but I don't see, too much of a major change. Like, they're still lost at Caralis, they're still lost at Corduba. They've held out against Numidia, which is rare in the original. And Parthia, they had an incredible run, but sadly, it came to an end. Pontus, this is your best ever game. Take advantage of it. You have a lot of potential right now. Use it. And then meanwhile, the British taking a leisure from the Spanish. I like that. But I don't know how much longer it's all going to hold for. The Spanish took back Alesia. Julii and Brutii, still expanding at an incredible rate. That's obvious at this point. No war yet between these two. But who is going to win? Who is going to become the main power of the Middle East? I don't know right now. Either of them could do it. Carthage, sending a very large army to Scipii Caralis. Can they take it? I'd love to see a good Carthage. A Carthaginian comeback. Come on. Oh, Trier, heavily under siege. I think it's about to go. The Spanish, they're surrounding it completely. They want their revenge. And they took it. Well done, Spain. Britain once again kicked out of Europe. And the Germans and the Scythians down to their final two settlements. Oh, the Julii go into war with the Spanish. That's the final move. The Julii take Spain, and then they've got enough territories to ignite the civil war. That would then be it, unless the Brutii can start it first. Which would be good, whilst the Julii armies are busy down here and up here. That could be good for the Brutii, but no, it doesn't look like they're interested yet. Spain pushing on to Batavium. Now, it's no guarantee the Julii will win. 1, 2, 3 settlements under siege. If they lose those 3, it might tip in favour of Spain. And at that point, Spain would be having their best campaign ever. They've conquered Iberia before, they've destroyed the Gauls before, but they've never pushed back the Julii. Let's see, can they do it? Still holding out here. Still, they've taken 1 settlement. They could do it. Carthage besieging Caralis. And they've done it. They've taken Lugdunum. Right, giving up over here. I'm gonna call it ceasefire. I am going to say right now, this is the best campaign Spain has ever had. I've said that for Parthia, Spain and Pontus. 3 usually very sidelined factions, but now they seem to be in the running. They have potential all of a sudden. And Carthage lost at Caralis, I don't think Carthage is one of those, even though they are playing well. Scythia, what are you doing? Final settlement, wide open, Brutii army right here. They could just walk right in there. And they did. Scythia, what were you thinking? Still no war between these two. Oh, all of the Romans going for Pontus. Why? Come on, has somebody crossed water? The Greeks technically did, but that was from Rhodes. No, sadly not yet. Alright, Julii back at war with the Spanish. Although they've been here before, they keep getting ceasefires. Julii making the push. Maybe they just wanted a few turns to get ready. Brutei hopping into that war too. Alright, Luktadum has fallen. They're still trying though. But I think it's over at this point. They threw all of their armies into this, but I think it's done. I cannot see them holding out. And the Seleucid Empire pushing on for Carthage from the south. And that's a lot of armies coming through. Why is the Scipii here? Seleucid Empire and Pontus breaking their alliance, is this it? Are they going for each other? No, it's back to being friends, okay. Julii taking Trier, looks like they're winning up north too. Maybe the Spanish might get something out of it, but... oh, they did take Massilia. Yeah, this is what I mean, it's no longer one-sided wars. An AI can lose settlements, but they can gain too. Like, on a different front. I like it. Oh, that was a lot of territory that fell. Spain took Luktadum and Denmark. But the Julii took yeah, this one here. That was a lot of territory that fell. The Greeks trying at Halicarnassus. Oh, never mind. Spain. They're pushing back at Trier. Julii pushing back in Denmark. I like this. These are real wars. The British wanting to get some territory as well, moving for Samobrovia. Oh, but the Julii are going to get it first. And if that settlement falls, then yeah, I think it's going to tip in favour of the Julii. Seleucids took Libya. I don't know though, the Spanish took back Trier. They're making the move up here. Oh, it's such an interesting war. The Julii now pushing onto the south. They're losing in the north, holding out here for now, but they lost another settlement. They could take territory, cut them off. This is so much more interesting. Alright, Samobrovia under siege. Now, in the original, the Julii at this point would give up and return home, possibly go for Trier, because they'll only take a settlement that actually borders them. They took Massilia, but can they actually take this settlement? If not, then the British probably will. Oh, Scipii, they took Lilybaeum. Finally, they've conquered Sicily. This is usually the first thing to happen. We've been going 138 turns. You took your time, Scipii. Oh, they got a ceasefire. Who won out of that war? I think the Spanish did. The fact that they could hold on, I'm taking that as a win for them. The Julii, they're actually struggling here. Late game Julii struggling against barbarians. We never see this. Early game, sure, they can struggle then, but late game, we've never seen this before. They're actually holding their own. Well done, Spain. Alright, back at war again. Ooh, I love this war. Romans holding on to the south. No one's making the push yet. Why is the Scipii outside Hatra? Why? Oh, they're going up north. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I can understand it now. The Brutei, oh no. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, I've not noticed this. They've taken Sinop. Now, that was not from crossing the water. That was from crossing over here. The AI has improved. They can do it, they can invade from Europe into the Middle East. I've only ever seen this happen once in the original, and the fact that it's happening here, in my first ever AI only on the remaster, this is new. Alright, so I'm guessing then they still cannot cross the water, but they're now 1,000,000 times better at crossing here. If you're new to my channel, you don't know what I'm on about most likely. Usually, the AI, once one conquers Europe and the other the Middle East, usually they'd pile up troops here and they'd get stuck. Yeah, sort of like this army here, but it would be like 20 full stacks stuck in a group, unable to do anything. But these guys are actually moving through, cutting through the mountains. Alright, this is impressive. I like this. Yeah, that's 3 settlements across the mountains. We've never seen that before. Sorry if I'm getting a bit too excited, but, you know, I've been doing AI-only campaigns for 3 years now. Can you blame me? The fact that it can do this stuff is impressive. Spain took Massilia. Scipii landing in Africa, taking territory from Carthage. Pontus is done. Massacre, fallen. It's a massacre right here. They've been split into two, the Brutii marching in. The Seleucid Empire, no longer the safe superpower who just conquers the Middle East and Africa and gets the win because they have the most settlements. Now they have to actually fight it. The Brutii could soon start the civil war. They should soon have the settlement count too. The Seleucid Empire destroying the Carthaginians, but it might mean nothing. Once the Brutii turn away from Pontus and go for them, it's going to become a different campaign. Alright, Julii Scipii going to war with the Seleucid Empire. I'm assuming the Brutii should follow up on that soon. Yeah, this is what triggered it. Siege of Cirta. The Spanish pouring into Italy. We never see this. Oh, this is brilliant. And they're putting Mediolanum under siege as well. And there we go, Brutii at war with the Seleucid Empire. They're moving on to Hatra. This is unheard of. I've never seen this before, at this speed. Again, as I said, I've only ever seen it once, where the AI crosses over these mountains here, and it was for Brutii, but I've only seen it once. I mean, they can cross the mountains, to be clear, but not in an actual, like with a successful invasion force. It's usually like small armies like this that do nothing. But no, this is a win for them. Big push here at Trier, but the Spanish, they've got a load of troops in the north. The Seleucid Empire taking Carthage. Carthage is done at this point. Brutii taking Hatra. And the Spanish taking Mediolanum, an Italian settlement, and making the push on another two up here. If they can hold out at Trier, take these two, hold out at Mediolanum. Wow. I'd say they could destroy the Julii. Alright, they lost at Trier though. Lost at Denmark. But they're still trying it. Still making that push. They're taking settlements from them, holding out at Mediolanum. Meanwhile, the Brutii push in for Antioch. Alright, the Seleucid Empire took back Hatra. So yeah, this is what I mean about the wars. It's not... Just because settlements are falling to one AI does not mean it's over. It's not going to continue like that. The AI now seems able to turn the war around. The Brutii taking Tarsus, cutting them off. Or the Spanish making the moves. They've taken another settlement in the north. And another Italian one, Patavium. The Brutii are having to come over and help the Julii out. That's how bad it is. The Seleucid Empire came back and took Tarsus, but the Brutii took Nicomedia and Seleucia from Pontus. They took back Hatra, but the Seleucid Empire should reclaim it. Nope, maybe not. And they took Sardis too. The Julii are on the run right now. They're trying to, but they just cannot hold back the Spanish. They've lost Segesta. Oh, they're getting really close to Rome. Rome is blockaded by the Spanish. Alright, but the Brutii trying to sort it out. Taking Patavium. Can the Brutii save the day? Alright, the Greeks died. Yeah. Egypt taking Rhodes. Yeah, that's how they died. Well done, Egypt. Brutii pushing from Mediolanum now. And they took it. These are starting to become some very weird borders, like the Julii is now a North German power. The Spanish breaking through all the way onto this side, they're ignoring these settlements. Alright, it does look like the Julii are getting it back under control. Yeah, the Brutii really helped them out. The Spanish now having to bring troops down here, that helped the Julii. Tarsus falling again to the Brutii. What's this over here? Egypt getting back involved. Yeah, they're slowly growing at this point. The British are back, taking Samabrovia. They're back. The Brutii taking Massilia, taking Segesta, surrounding the Julii right now, trapping Italy in. They're getting ready for the civil war, I'm sure of it. Alright, with help from the British and the Brutii. The Julii are looking okay now. They might be able to survive. Oh, it's so embarrassing for them though. The Brutii having to shield them right now. I feel bad for the Julii. The Germans are dead. Who took the Amazon settlement? Regicide. The British expanding in northern Gaul at the expense of the Spanish. The Brutii don't seem interested in pushing any further forwards over here. How are they looking? Pushing for Halicarnassus. They've taken Palmia. They've taken Susa. Pontus down to their final settlement. Are they like flanking around? Going for Bostra? Yep, they took Bostra. And Halicarnassus. And for some reason Carthage is all the way here. In northern Scythia. Alright, next stop for the Brutii should be Antioch. Spain trying to take Massilia, but the Brutii, they've got a lot of armies nearby. They should be okay. The Brutii take Jerusalem, cutting off the Seleucid Empire. They killed off Pontus. They took Lugdunum, a sign that they are interested in pushing deeper into Gaul. Oh, the British got kicked out again. Julii, are you sort of still struggling a bit? Alright, it's been about 5 to 10 turns. The Julii still fighting here at Trier, but the Brutii have captured Alesia and Narbo Martius in that time. Alright, the Seleucid Empire took back Jerusalem. They're doing okay with their final settlements here, but the Brutii eventually are going to overpower them. They took Damascus. It's only a matter of time. Alright, literally went the next turn. Okay. Antioch, gone. Sidon, gone. Jerusalem, gone. And you're still besieging Trier? Oh, it crashed. That's the second time it's crashed on that turn. Okay. It has now crashed twice at the same spot. Alright, let's try if that works. I basically deleted the Egyptian faction. Sometimes I just delete a slightly already dead faction off, just get rid of them. That can sometimes reset the AI a bit, change their decisions, and yes, sometimes it avoids a crash. Hopefully it works here, come on. Please, please. Yeah, I go through that every turn, by the way. Come on, avoid the crash. Okay. No. Alright then, the Brutii entering Egypt, but I think that's where we end it. I don't think we can go any further. What is the cause of the crash? I sadly don't know. I count 51 settlements for the Brutii. That could be it. Sometimes it's to do with the victory objective being hit. That can cause instability at times, but I don't know, like, they still have to take Rome, so maybe not. But overall, I'm kind of happy. Like, we've had a few glitches and a very unfortunate crash at the end, but overall, it's working way better. The AI is so much better, you can clearly tell. Like, the stuff we're seeing right now would not be possible. The rebalance, so much better. Factions that before were never even talked about are now actually having a chance. Spain, Parthia, Pontus, they're actually putting pressure on their neighbours, which is good to see. If that's the rebalance or the AI, I've got no idea, but I like it. It's a shame they cannot cross water, but they're now so much smarter at crossing through here, the mountains and the rivers, the land in Scythia basically. That does kind of make up for it for me. Yeah, the things like the glitches though, the crashes, you know, there's gonna be patches for this game. The stuff like that will get figured out over time, I am sure. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. But there we are, the first ever AI-only campaign. And the Brutii won, which was sort of expected, but the way that they won was what was impressive. And what other factions did too. I've been doing this for over 3 years now. 3.5 years, I think. AI-only campaigns. Starting with time lapses. And yeah, this is a very different AI, which I'm happy to say. Feral or CA, well, I guess Feral, if you're watching this, some things I would like to see more of. I'd like them to be a bit more decisive with if they're going to attack and take a settlement or not. That would help. We saw it has a big problem here with Samabrovia. Trier, for example, still under siege. If they can cross the water, that would be nice. I'd like that. But this here I do like anyway. And of course the little glitches and things, the crashes that you saw throughout. Like it getting stuck on Numidia and Egypt. Don't know why that was. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more. Because, yeah, I'm not stopping AI-only campaigns. I want to continue with them, and that is my plan. So if you want to see them, this is the place to be. Let's zoom out. Sadly, these toggles here, they only work for your faction, I think. Yeah, they only work for you, unfortunately. Feral, that would be good to add too, like, but no, that might be a bit too much. Let's get the political map. But yeah, the map overall at the end. Well done, Brutei, well done. Again, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one, tomorrow's video. But for now, MELKOR.